Good morning. Welcome back to the Wave Your Flag podcast. Today we're having a Kiki with Kiki. She is a mother
A
and mother
mother and
and an artist.
Mhm.
So, Megan, I will let you take it away with our guests today. Thank you, everyone, for joining. New episodes are Mondays at noon, although it's the summer, so
Might
if
be
we don't have
Tuesday.
an episode, we don't have an episode, but Mondays at noon. Follow us on all social media at Wave Your Flag Pod. Let's get to it.
All right. So today we have a dear friend of mine. I would consider queer extended family because how we know each other, Kiki, my best
Co-extended.
friend
Yeah.
is married to Kiki's best friend.
Yeah.
So that makes us bestie in laws.
Yeah. Bestie in-laws for sure.
That's the
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
transitive. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
all
Yeah. Yeah.
sorts
Bestie
out.
in-laws. Once removed. Once removed. Right? Is that how that works? Once removed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't fucking know.
Quickly apologies, listeners. I've got a little bit of a bug, so you might hear some coughs.
Don't talk about me that way. Okay. I'm literally right here. Okay. Can't believe you would say that about me, Meg. I'm on a call.
So Kiki, I first got to know you in like a very casual, friendly manner and getting to
Is
sort of
that
know
what you
you.
want to call getting blackout drunk at a drag show? Yeah, we'll call. That's what That's what we can call that. We can go that route. We can do that. Fine by me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Casual. Hmm.
yes. Um, Now what were you doing at that drag show?
Probably taking photos, probably harassing somebody. Yeah.
Exactly. That I was sort of introduced to you as Kiki, photographer of the queens and the community, um, which is a very cool title.
Mm.
How did you get into that?
To be honest, I didn't even want to be a photographer. I was originally, I went to school for art and music. Art first, fine art. Was
Yep.
like, fuck this. Went for music, and I was like, cool. I'm gonna play
Yeah.
music. You know what I mean? This is it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Yep.
And then start taking photos at shows and
Mhm.
just kind of really got into it. I used to go out a ton pre-kids. Um, and so would bring my camera along and I love drag. I'm very
Mhm.
fascinated by drag and the culture of drag. I'm not as well versed in it as I wish I was, but just because I have a lot of interest. So it's hard for me to super deep dive and also like I can't hyper focus on shit like that. You know what I mean? I wish I could, but I've got 18 hyper focused,
Mhm.
focus items,
Mhm.
whatever. Um, and just started hanging around them. And then I DJ'd for a little bit at Waterworks and then DJ'd some drag shows. And this is like
So I don't
back.
think I ever knew
This
that.
is like back. This is like
Yeah.
like 15-ish years. Don't ask me my age. Um, and then just really got to know a bunch of queens and worked with a friend Anthony too, who would
Hmm.
put on a lot of really sick queer events and was doing a lot of the meet and greets for them. And through that, I mean, just I got to do a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of really cool meet and greet stuff. I
Yeah.
even got to shoot um Monet and Bob's meet and greet in New York City one time, so that was really fun
I
and
think
got
I was
to
told about that. Yeah. So how did they like find out,
um
contact you? How did that all happen?
so I believe it happened because I'm friends with Gabriel from who does like a lot of the Obsessed stuff. He's like on tour with
Mhm.
Trixie and with who else? Miss Cracker. Was it Miss Cracker? Like just like a bunch of like
Yeah.
drag queens. And I met them at a Trixie and Katya show
Mhm. Mhm.
in Philly, I think I went to.
Mhm.
Because I was like, yo, your photos are beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And we connected
Yeah.
um on Instagram. And then I had seen something that they had posted about they were looking for photographers for certain cities. And one of them happened to be Actually, the exact day I was going to see Leah Michelle in Funny Girl. So it like aligned like perfect. It was like I went, dropped all my stuff off,
Mhm.
went to see Funny Girl. Like I dropped all my like my meet and greet photo gear that I would use at an event off at the venue, left. It was like 3 blocks away from where I was. It couldn't be
Wow.
like
That's
more
fate.
perfect. Yeah.
That's the universe saying, okay,
Truly.
time
And
to
I
do
felt
this.
bad though, because my wife was pregnant at the time and I was dragging her
Oh,
around New York City. And she was like, "Can
she's
I
not
get
happy.
some food?" And I was like, "No, we gotta go, you know. And so went to the show, came back, did the meet and greet, photographed their show, did some video for their show, and they ended up using a lot of the video for future promos. But then I think
Wow.
um I don't know what happened. I think Bob ended up getting the Madonna tour or
Oh,
something.
yes.
So
Yep.
then they had to scrap that part of the tour for the moment. But uh so I guess in a roundabout way, here we are.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
that's
cool.
kind of how I fell into it, just being around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the importance of like shooting your shot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That
Oh,
they
totally.
said they were looking for people, and we're close enough that shit, something like
It's like
that pops
three
up in
hours, not
Boston.
even 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Mhm.
well worth it.
Yeah. And it was
Um,
paid, so can't be mad about that because that
uh,
shit ain't always paid.
I
Just
can,
saying.
yep, yeah,
Just
I can
saying.
see. I
Yeah.
mean, like this opportunity that's very much well paid right now.
Yeah.
You're being
Yes, because
compensated
all
in.
podcasts are paid. Yes. I'm
Ooh,
doing this as a favor.
yeah,
Meg is gonna owe me a lot of bullshit later on.
this is the
Brendan, you don't know, but she offered some of your blood up too. So just be careful. Yeah. He's like, Kit,
yeah, we're gonna take some of your
what?
youth.
Well,
Sorry.
it's gonna be cold, so I can definitely.
Listen, you haven't met one of my other best friends. He's gonna be cool too, okay? A little dunk action. Anyways.
So
Okay, so do you have any like fun, messy stories about working with any queens? You don't have to name names.
Um, ma'am, they're all messy.
Yeah.
Uh, I find uh what's funny is I'm so like deep and focused into what I'm doing at the
Yeah.
time that I
Hmm.
just can't even like listen to it. What was I will say this. Say what you want about because I shot an event and I did like a bunch of like behind the scenes like backstage stuff about Derek Barry. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people kind of like hate them a
Oh,
lot.
Derek Barry.
They are so fucking professional though.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like not one drink, not nothing, did their shit, and then like we're just so like, you know, had their manager with them. I don't know whoever they were at the
yeah.
time. But it was very, very professional, and I appreciated that.
That rings
Um,
true on I could really that's not
and
like a
I think
shot.
that probably has a lot to do with being a Vegas
Yeah.
person. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Mm-hmm.
don't mind me, I'm opening up another
we're
drink. Gotta say
we're
hi.
whereas one place around here, um, Meg, you went recently. The queens are always drunk during their
Yes.
Pride Month event
Yeah.
Yes.
at this
Which
unnamed location.
listen, you don't have to name nothing. We all know.
Yeah, it
But
was my
The
first
thing,
and last time there. A beautiful
yeah,
place. It was just very
oh, first
I
and
like being
last, first
in
and last place.
well the
And that
first
you're going there, is that you said?
yeah, it was yeah.
Oh, we can
I,
talk off screen.
yeah, we can. I
yeah.
just there was I like in Pride Month being surrounded by community and being
Yes.
in community.
Oh, was this a bunch of
It didn't
straight white
feel
people?
there's a lot of older straight women,
Yeah.
and then there was a lot of like, and I was,
Mm,
that like
yes.
I just was like I'm not, this isn't like feeling like
Yeah.
Community.
community pride.
Yeah.
It's sort of like okay,
Now, sometimes is that us getting older,
Mm,
or
and
is
there was
no,
that and like jaded, or was it really that? I mean,
no,
I'm just
it's the
asking.
place. It's
no.
the place.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
think
hundred
there's
percent
Wait,
the place.
Meg, text me on the side. I gotta know. I gotta know what you're talking about. Because there's
that's
8 spots in my mind that it could be. So,
yeah,
Okay. It's
you know.
yeah.
Um,
So queens being messy,
Mhm.
throw that aside.
Right.
What queens have you worked with that were amazing besides Bob and Monet?
Well,
And
I
Derek.
love God, there's a lot of really great queens in this area. But I think my old school favorite is Kashi. She doesn't really perform anymore,
Yeah,
but
Kashi
I
Goleen.
every time I see her, I go, bitch. They don't make
Yeah,
them like you no more. They don't make them, and everybody is just trying so hard to be glamorous now, and
yes.
like, speaking of glamorous, I really like Zaria, uh,
Mm-hmm.
more Glamazon. I
Yep.
like them together. I think they should do a podcast. I would listen to that shit so quick, real
I
quick.
agree.
Yeah, real quick. Who else? I like Starling, Philly. Um, uh, Amanda Blair, I once saw perform Pride with a broken foot, and I thought that was incredible.
Oh
She
yeah,
had a little boot on and just on stage, and I thought that was incredible. That to me, I was just like, what a performer.
she gives real professional
Yeah,
Yeah.
as
yeah.
well.
But she comes from theater,
Yeah.
so I
Okay.
think it's a
Yep.
very
That makes so
different.
much sense.
I think you can really tell sometimes when a queen comes from a theater background.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
Starling is a theater girl.
Okay.
And I feel like you can tell.
Yep.
Um, who else do I like? Um, God, I'm like a little out of it at this point
I'm gonna say, well,
because I
who
had kids, but
I want to talk about Kashi again because we have had so many newer local queens. They're not newer. Like, I mean, we've had more. Philly's been around for a while. We've had Philly on
Mhm,
the show.
mhm.
She's gonna kill me for saying. She's gonna kill me for saying been around for a
Yeah.
while.
Well, hate to break it to Philly.
But we've had queens that are established in the
Yes,
area on the
yes,
show,
for sure.
and I feel that there's a bunch of newer queens around here, which I love to see.
Yes.
But also, I kind of miss some of the more veteran, the
God, I miss
Kashis,
Kashi. She
the
used to be like
Yeah.
zero fucks given. I once saw her give birth to a baby in Waterworks on the floor, and I was just like, "What the fuck am I watching? This is incredible!" Like because it was like, and this is like fucked up to say, it was like pre like PC everything.
mm-hmm.
So I feel like she really had the ability to, because she's like, I've seen her do some wild ass fucking shows. You know what I mean? And just always rooted for her. She's incredible. I like her as a person,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
sometimes is tough.
Mhm.
Um, because sometimes you don't always like people as people.
right,
You appreciate
right,
their art and their performance.
yes,
Um, there's a lot of queens that disappeared too.
yeah, yeah. I think
Um,
with COVID, that it might have become
yeah,
a point that
yeah, crazy. Anyways,
I was gonna say the
what was I don't even remember what the question
stratification.
was.
I was just asking about older queens, if there was any, fond
Oh,
memories
newer
of,
queens that I liked or
yeah,
something like that. All right.
I think before the stratification of,
And here's the thing with involving that, I think it's like you can't have things both ways. Like you
right,
can't be like, yes, we're accepted now
Yeah.
yeah,
in society. So now it's okay to go into other establishments.
yeah,
And then you can't be mad when clubs lose a lot of their clientele to going to other places.
yeah,
They're gonna, they still need patrons. They still want to
yeah,
stay open, you know what I mean, and do their
hmm,
thing because yes, it's a community space, but it's a business.
yeah,
And
oh yeah,
in order
yeah,
for it to maintain the community spaceness of it, it needs to have a profit. It has to be able
yeah,
to keep its employees, able to work, and
hmm,
sustained. And you have to pay your rent. They put on events.
oh
There's
yeah,
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that
Is every business perfect? No,
no,
but it's tough. You can't have it both ways.
no,
Like I find myself as somebody who used to go out a ton, like
hmm,
like a lot. Probably almost every day of the week. My favorite night to go out to Waterworks was on a Monday. you know
yeah,
they did karaoke. My One of my best friends bartended,
Yep.
And actually I was there with Jihan a lot on a Monday, back when that bitch worked retail, you know. So she was like at the waterworks on a
Waterworks on a
Monday.
Thursday night.
Waterworks on a Monday, you know. So you can complain, but then shut up and go out.
Right.
Go
Okay.
support those bars.
I
Yeah.
will say I will have to give you some tea after.
But it's like, do they go out? And then this brings up the topic of like dating apps and how they single-handedly ruined the nightlife industry,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and social media ruined the nightlife industry in a way. You know what I mean? Like
They're pivoting now.
I
Dating apps
remember.
are like realizing that the setup they have isn't sustainable. So now they're pivoting. I've seen Tinder, Bumble, Hinge maybe trying to like less of a swipe based and more of like I forget what it was, but
Right.
they are taking notice because people are deleting these apps. People
Yeah,
are over it.
they're so over it. I mean, people are over their phones in general. Look at
Hmm.
all those new phones that are coming out that
Yep.
you can't even use the internet on them.
Yeah.
You can't get email. You can't get, like, you can't download apps. Like, you can get like GPS on them
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But people, they're over it. They're tired. Everything is being pushed into their faces and everything is digital. And I think
Yeah.
especially like the millennial, age group demographic is really, really, they're not just thirsty for dick anymore. They're thirsty for like a true, and I'm not saying this to be funny, like they're thirsty for actual genuine connection. and
Yeah.
and I think about it a lot when I was going out when I was younger. Like that was like when Facebook just started, and
Hmm.
like no one had cameras on their phone, so you could be fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
inappropriate,
I
like,
mean, like,
and
it's
have a good
very
time.
interesting. There is like definitely a rejection of technology. Like retail has been, like in-person retail has
Hmm.
been seeing a boost. And
I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
in my opinion, I blame that on people being sick of AI ads
100% just.
and being scammed online. So now
Hmm.
they're returning. Movie
Yeah.
theaters are coming
Yep.
back.
Yes.
So,
Because it's like, here we are, we're
mhm.
paying. You got Netflix and Hulu and shit like that, and I'm paying how much money, and you're still giving me commercials? I'm
Yeah.
paying you for your service already. You don't need to, and granted, like, yeah, you're coming out with this, that, and the other thing, but like, I'm already paying you
It's
whatever
crazy
a month.
because my mom has cable still, and the amount of streaming services that are now included with just like the basic cable,
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That it's like we all shifted away from this only to be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Um, it's crazy. I think people are just truly just so sick of it. And that, and if we're bringing it back to what we were originally saying, I think that is one of the things that really killed, uh especially gay culture,
Yeah.
you know because like, I don't know, even a lot of like my gay male friends still are just hookup culture people. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do they call them, circuit parties,
Yep.
etc., and
Yep.
stuff like that. And maybe I'm just old, and I come out on St. Patrick's and I come out for Pride, but like I work in the nightlife industry with
Yep.
live music primarily, and now I'm doing a lot more stuff with like, cannabis related things, in that
Mm-hmm.
industry. So it's like, I'm too tired. Oh, I fucking shot Mistress Brooks at Waterworks. Shit didn't start till 1 a.m. I was like, my
1 a.m.
God, 1
Oh
a.m.
my
I was like, the
God.
fuck? And I was like, glad I went because it was incredible.
Of
She was
course.
great. Say what you want about
Oh,
Mistress.
she's
She
an
doesn't give a
incredible
fuck.
performer. I saw her in Texas
Yeah.
and I was blown away.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck about anything, which I
No.
I kind of think is funny in
I
Yeah.
a way,
love her.
especially like she just like give zero fucks
Yeah.
Yeah.
and always stirring up the pot. You think
Yeah.
that shit wasn't on purpose?
Well,
Stirring the
I mean,
pot.
she
That's how she got her name out.
and she might be one of the wealthiest queens out there because at the end of all of her videos, she got like literally a 5 minute long list of Patreon subscribers.
And that's incredible.
That makes
Like,
sense. Yeah.
That's incredible. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And isn't that crazy? Like
Yeah.
that people are sustaining themselves doing drag.
Yeah. I
I
really
think
love to
that's
see it. And being
incredible.
independent of that one production company that a lot of queens find themselves
Hmm.
chained
yeah.
to. I really like seeing
Sure.
the queens that are making it outside of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we were just talking about some of the I'm blanking right now. That is some of the more
Wah.
very that. Whew, okay. So we
Drugs.
were talking about some
Okay.
of the digital into the physical,
Hmm.
and coming up, I'm going to be taking a physical art class. That
Ooh. Are you
is,
coming to that?
I am. I bought my ticket.
Yes.
I got, oh,
Did you buy the goodie bag version?
sure did.
Yeah, of
Sure
course.
did.
I went and I picked up a big sack of stuff for the goodie bags uh 2 days ago, and it was incredible. I'm gonna send you photos of where I went and what the bag looks like.
Oh,
It's
I'm so
incredible. Actually, I'll
excited.
send it to you right now, actually.
So that
Um,
has been a push for me personally. Like in my own life, I've been trying. I have a state parks pass. I'm getting outside. I'm doing things with my hands.
you
So
got it.
signing up for this canna pottery class, I've never heard of anything like this in my life.
It's gonna be a good time. So hold on. I know I'm not looking
Yeah.
at you, but I just want to show Meg this because it was I literally left there and I go, oh wait, did I send you two of the same image? Hold on. Uh I left this place and I said, babe, I'm in heaven to my wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Basically, I went to go visit
Wow.
this facility that produces cannabis, and it was just I smelled like it for like the rest of the day. And I was like, Katie was like, you smell like it. And I was like, yes,
Yeah.
dreams have come true. Um, but yes, it's gonna be such a fun event. It's called High Tides.
I was gonna
And
say, yeah, let's get into what you're doing now. Like
yeah,
that's
okay.
so you have a gallery that just opened in Troy.
Yes, in Context Collective.
Mm-hmm.
It is on 4th Street in Troy,
Yep.
and we just did the grand opening, like the opening gallery, whatever, on the 26th, and it's running till August 1st. Um, and basically, it's just like a ton of photos that I really don't show anyone, and it's a lot of travel photos, kind of really, I just really gravitate towards the water,
Yeah. Yep.
maybe it's the Greek shit, I don't know, being like from the islands. But really gravitate towards the water. So a lot of the images are of water, but some are dark, some are light, and it really kind of touches on the show is called Eleftheria, which means
Mhm.
freedom in Greek. So it touches on the idea of freedom and what freedom looks like to people, and what some might constitute as freedom could be also like a prison in a sense,
Yeah.
or dangerous, not always very, you look at the ocean and you think, like I feel a sense of freedom when I'm at the
Yeah.
ocean, whatever, but some of it is so dark and fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like, is that freedom something that I want? The ability to like be on this wide, like
Ooh.
I don't know.
Ooh, that question.
It's kind of freaky deaky.
Because
And
I'm a
so,
big ocean girly, so I get that. It's the beauty, but then there is this element
yes,
of
it's really like there's so
complete
much about the
unknown.
ocean that we don't know, and
100%.
fucking leave it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
We don't
I'm
have to
good
explore
on land
everything. No.
sometimes, let me go in about like I'll go in about 20 feet to the ocean, like not down across, I'm not going thousands of feet down. People are nuts.
No. So
Um,
these pictures are from Greece, which you've only ever been to once for like a day, right?
yeah, right. Literally, I'm leaving in about a month to go for a month. Um, but some are from, majority of them are from Greece. Some are from Myrtle Beach, where I go with my wife every year because her parents like snowbird there. Snowbird, not snowboard. Um, and also from Wildwood, which we used to go to a lot as a kid. And sometimes we'll go there on opposite years if we're not going to Greece. We'll go to Wildwood or something like that
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
Um, and so one of the things, Mariah is who is one of the co-runners of this gallery,
Mhm.
she was talking with her and I was like, how do we get more people in here? Let's do a couple events, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
I
Yeah.
have been putting on these Canna events already. And we were
Yeah.
like, oh, she talked to me a while ago about how she does puffin paints there. And I was like, or she's done it once or twice or something like that. I don't remember. And so I said, oh shit, let's do it. Let's do a puff and paint event. While my stuff is in there, I can talk about stuff if people want, or we can just get lit and paint. And so she's made it's a 2-hour program. She educates you about the process and everything while it's happening. They provide everything, the paint, the stuff. We're gonna have some light alcohol and refreshments. So if you like red wine or crisp white, we'll have that. I love me a little boxed baby. Um, and there it's an ashtray, a rolling tray, which is my favorite. I love rolling trays. I've got like 9, um, little and big. Who gives a shit? And also a cloud pipe. So you can make I actually just posted about it on social media. If you go to
Yeah.
on Instagram, the Canna Crew 518 just posted all about it. Um, and I think it's going to be a good time. You're not making the
Mhm.
items because obviously, the mold,
Time.
the pipe had to be molded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I posted a video of her doing that, which was really cool. But it's, she's done it a couple of times and we have just the class and we also have a goodie bag tier, which I was talking with Meg about earlier, which is going to have some sample stuff in there, like a couple dubs, and uh, some stickers, bullshit, lanyards,
Yeah.
whatever, like branded merchandise stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
from some of the brands that we've been working with, and I was like, are we fucking nuts doing that? Because I'm putting on a Canna cruise literally in 5 days, So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
and then 6 days later is this class, but it's kind of like a wildly different demographic. I know a lot of people that don't want to do something big like the Canna cruise because they don't want to smoke and they get paranoid being around that many people, anxiety,
Yeah.
whatever. Or you can do this smaller event, which is way more intimate, on land, if you don't like water. And it's pretty much capped at 12 to 15 people. You can't really have more than that in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of what I'm doing. I put on a women in mental health clinic, like women, what was it? It was women, weed, and wellness, and so it's like how to use cannabis to counteract some of the side effects of menopause or just like hormonal
Yeah.
imbalances in a woman's body.
If you do that
Um,
again, let me know. That
oh,
sounds
definitely.
cool.
It was cool. We did it. Our premier sponsor for the cruise is Dark Horse Dispensary in Albany,
Okay.
and we did it there with Cece Rice, who is the manager there, and she's very knowledgeable about this stuff.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
You say you're really transitioning into like your entrepreneur era, right? That
For
it's like
sure,
not
for
just
sure.
it's you are blossoming out in so many ways that it's so cool to see.
I think this allows me also too to be home for bedtime.
Yeah.
Like I
Yep.
know my oldest especially struggles a lot when I'm not here because he's just like
Oh.
my little snuggle bug. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like being home for bedtime, and then, every once in a while it'll be like a little bit of a like, for instance, the cruise or these events are like 6 to 8, where
Hmm.
sometimes we don't start bedtime till 7:30. So that
Right.
allows me to be
Right.
home like 8:30 and I can be home and actually do the whole thing
Yeah.
and, not be, if I'm shooting a show,
Yeah.
sometimes it
No.
doesn't start till 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then I'm there till
Yeah.
10 or 11,
Or
and while
Mistress
that's still like,
Want.
exactly, or like I said, a drag show,
Yeah.
1 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
My guy. That's the third time my little guy woke up is at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? Fuck. Put
And
me to
I'll
bed.
say that you have found a space that personally I have been looking for since
Mhm.
it was recreationalized here.
Yes.
for there to be Canna events, Canna community, the things that aren't just walk into a store,
For
buy,
sure.
and leave.
Yeah.
And
And there
I,
are people that are doing it, you know.
yeah,
I
I
wanted
just
to do
haven't.
it too.
Yeah, well,
You
I,
know, like it's purely selfish. You think I wanted to I want to get high on a boat. You know what I mean? That shit is
well, that's
selfish.
the thing that other people might be doing it, but it hasn't been marketed to me as
Right.
queer woman
Right.
of a certain age.
Hmm.
So you know what? That there hasn't been
Yeah.
that sort of, and that's there. Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna take the can of pottery class. Like,
Yes. Yeah. No.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
on that boat. I was on the first cruise. It was
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah.
I'm still debating second cruise only because
No,
the
for sure. I
economy,
mean, the events aren't cheap
but they're
because
so worth it.
of what you're getting. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I had to raise the price for the cruise this time by $10.
Yeah.
Because well, we did a goodie bag option this time. I didn't last time.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Um and the boat is
Yeah.
it's
That's.
not the cheapest thing to rent a boat on your own.
Are you
And plus we're
saying
paying
gas
a
isn't cheap?
DJ, we're doing marketing. I'm driving
Yeah.
around all over the town. Like when I'm done with you guys, I'm hopping in my car to keep flying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
It's work. It's a lot of work, ads, this, that, and the other thing. And we're very lucky. We're for this cruise. We got a couple new sponsors. We have Wild, who does edibles and other stuff. And
Oh yeah. Yep.
I really like what they stand for. They do a lot of like sustainable
Okay.
things,
Yeah. Yep.
for the environment and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Groon hopped on too. So two edible partners, Flores Farms. And they're actually bringing their vaporizer bar, their Zenko vaporizer bar. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like $40 for a 2-hour cruise, plus you get
Yeah.
all these other things is worth it,
Yeah. You can
in
get a
my
drink. You can
opinion.
get a little snack. You can get. I don't know.
Yes.
It's beautiful. I had done that cruise before, not the cannabis version, but
Right,
just
right.
like the
Yeah.
normal. They do a
The
little history, and
sightseeing one.
it's a beautiful. You
It's
are
so
just
fun.
it's nice out. You are just this gorgeous. Like we saw
Yeah.
a bald eagle like the first time I did
Yes.
it. You
Yes.
can see really
Yes.
cool nature,
Yes.
animals, and
And right now, 6 to 8 p.m. is like the most gorgeous time
yes, yeah,
in summertime.
yeah,
Are you
yeah,
kidding me? And you can see, like, I did like a time lapse of the last time that we did it, like right where like the view
yeah,
that the captain looks at.
yeah.
And I was watching and I was like, wow, I was like, this is an incredible view. Like, not a
A
bad
tear
gig,
to
my
your
guy.
eye.
You know what I mean? Not a bad gig, my guy. And it's just a good time. It's and there's not many places where you can go to where I don't want to use it like this, but you're trapped on a boat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you have that incredible face-to-face ability to talk to these brands
Hmm.
that and talk to them about their products and why they might be right for you and why they might be wrong,
Yeah.
and you can test them, you can see if you like it, and it really I just think it's a really, really uh, optimized opportunity, if you will,
Yeah.
for brands and consumers to really get to know each other and to build lifelong, uh, not clients, but lifelong supporters,
Yeah.
of your
Yeah.
product. Like, for
Yeah.
instance, Flores Farms, who's coming on, I already love their product.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, do you guys want to be on board? I love your product. I definitely buy your pre-rolls. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I was interested in your Zenko vape before, and now I get to try it out. Like, that's so cool to me. You know what I mean?
I
And there's
do. I
not a lot
do.
of things like going around that I'm aware of. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously there's a ton of stuff happening, but not that I'm aware of. Where you can do things like that, where you can go and be around like-minded people. And this isn't like these aren't like bud tender events. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
These are
Yeah.
community events where you can have the widest demographic. I mean, like the last cruise had like somebody in their 70s and somebody and people in their 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I love that stuff. And here we all coming together because we want to get high on a boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that shit is so fun and
It
so
was.
cool,
It was. It really
you know?
was.
And listen, I totally get the finances thing, but
Yeah.
you got the top tier package for the pottery class.
Yes, I figured it's a new
So,
experience. It's, you know what
yes,
I mean? That I was like, I've
I'm
done
with
the
you.
cruise before. It's
Yeah.
I definitely want to try this new experience.
No, no, I'm with
You
you.
know
I'm
me,
with you. It's and that's just a little bit more expensive because um it's a class and there's an
yeah. Oh
educator
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
very small class.
Yep.
It's not 100 people.
No.
You know
No.
what I
And you're
mean?
walking away with an item.
With an item like
Yeah.
you paint it, you leave it there, she'll glaze it
Yep.
or
Yep.
whatever it is. I don't
Yeah.
know. She'll
Throw it
tell
in
you all
the
about it.
yeah
She'll tell
the
you all about
kiln,
that shit.
the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. And you can immerse yourself in an environment that is curated by moi, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
there hanging out. Who knows what, if any brands are going to pop up. We have a couple
Yeah.
people that are interested just to come hang out,
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about their stuff and
Yeah.
paint and get a little lit and have a good time,
I love that.
you know?
But Kiki, if you had any advice to any upcoming entrepreneurs or in the people that are trying to sort of venture out and do their own thing as you
Mhm.
have done, uh, do you have any?
Go out,
Yeah.
talk to
Yeah.
people, go to other events,
Yeah.
you know?
So that's 100% you as that you are a very forward facing person. I
Yeah,
feel that you
truly.
know what I mean,
Yeah.
and that is an essential part of what you
Yeah.
do.
No,
100%.
100%. You have to go out, you have to talk to people, and you have to be willing to bust your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're gonna put money into it,
Yeah.
right off the rip.
Yeah.
I didn't really make any money the first cruise. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
have all these other expenses that, you're thinking about. You're putting out ads, DJs, stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And any real money that we had left over from sponsors is went to this cruise. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Yeah.
it goes
Yeah.
towards other events. And some of the stuff that we do with sponsors too is like that money we go and we support other dispensaries,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not always the same dispensary that we work with. We like to work with other people.
Yeah.
And you have to go out and support your community. Granted, some places are smaller than others. Some places, obviously have higher foot traffic. So go to the smaller places, and support them,
Yeah.
and one of the things that's really cool about it is I've gotten recommended a ton of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten to try a lot of different products,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
um strains or this, that, and the other thing, and just, but literally go out and about and be true to what you're about to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm
Yeah.
true to my cannabis lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I've been partaking for the better part of 20 something years. Let's not bring age into it, but you could say like definitely high school, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm just in it for the money. I'm in it for the
Right.
fun. I'm in it for the community. I'm in it for the experiences, because, and this is another thing that we talked about with the whole digital world, is everybody lives digitally.
Mm-hmm.
You're lacking community experiences,
Yeah.
so um that's kind of what I'm trying to foster, is community
Absolutely.
and having a good time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like just switch topics
Go ahead.
abruptly, but for time, I wanted to make sure that I got to ask you, like, what is some, what has been like the most valuable lesson, or what is some advice that you would give people who are same-sex parents?
um really make sure you want it,
Mm-hmm.
because it is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a parent in general. It's also really hard to be a same-sex parent, because I have two sons,
Mm-hmm.
and they definitely gravitate towards like strong male figures a lot. You know what I mean? Like their buddies, like dads. And obviously we try to surround ourselves with, you know, positive people and,
Mm-hmm.
people that we trust. Um, And my sons definitely gravitate towards like men because my sons are like men. You know what I mean? They're not like babies. Brendan, if you even saw my kids, they're like men. I'm not even
They're
kidding.
adorable.
They're jacked and they like doing men shit. You know what I mean? Like the other day, I was like, I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. Like, what do I get these kids to do? I'm sick of them. You know what I mean? And I say this with love. I was like,
Yeah.
we're going outside and we're gonna build a wall. And I kept
Yeah.
going, build that wall. And they didn't think it was as funny as I did because obviously they don't know, you know.
When
And
they show up at school going, Bill.
yeah. And so I was like, all right, my wife got my oldest a wheelbarrow for his birthday because
Love
he
that.
like loves man shit when I
Yeah.
tell you, like he loves
Yeah.
doing men things. And he I was like, all right, let's get some dirt, some old dry grass and water. Let's make like mortar or whatever, you know. And I got a bunch of like rocks, like big rocks. And I was like, all right, let's go mix it. And I took this video and I was like, I can't show this to anybody. I sound like a slave driver. And I was like, all right, I was like, more, more. So, you have to want it. You have to
Yes.
truly want it.
Yeah.
It is also not cheap. I will say
No.
this as a same-sex couple, it's probably cheaper for women than it is for men. I say this because for men, you probably have to have a surrogate or um, probably lean more towards adoption and stuff like that. But obviously, for women, it's a little bit easier, quote unquote. You know, it was kind of a rough journey for us, but here we are with two beautiful little boys. Um, but it costs us like 30 grand, you know,
Yeah.
right off the rip. I mean, you're buying, you
Yeah.
know, um, which blows my mind
Yeah.
because it's thrown out every day,
Yeah.
right down the drain.
Indiscriminately.
And yeah, truly
Yeah.
anywhere,
Yep.
all over the walls. Who fucking knows? Um, and it's you really, really have to want it. And even sometimes when it's been like a hard day, I'll turn to my wife and I'll go, babe, we wanted this, right? I'm like, we really wanted this, right? Let's just remember
Yeah.
we really wanted this, you know.
Yeah.
Um, some other advice I would say, make sure, you know, this is like hard to say, but make sure the person that you are, I don't mean yawn. I don't talk to adults this much anymore. Or in English. I speak to my kids in Greek a lot. So I'm just like,
I was gonna say they're in Greek school, right? Or one
they
is?
will be in fucking Greek school. You want to know why? Because I had to go. So you will fucking go. Okay. I don't give a fuck. Your ass
No,
is going to Greek
if
school.
I wish I had learned another language from the time I was small.
I
That's
think if
100%.
you know another language and you don't teach your kid that, I
Yeah.
think you're a rotten person.
Yeah.
That sounds dramatic, but you are doing your kids such a disservice.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up, in my
I
opinion.
had a friend growing up that her parents were from Germany and Belgium, and she could understand German. She to this day can't really speak it that
I mean,
well, but like
at least she understands it. Like
she'd
for
get
instance,
pulled out though in like elementary school to go to ESL because she would be confusing the two. So I think they
LOL.
like had to do a hard stop of like
I think that's terrible because you know what? You're gonna learn English.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna learn it,
Yeah.
especially if you live here. I don't care.
yeah, oh yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
even, I'm the primary Greek speaker
yep,
in their lives. My mom and my dad too, and whoever,
yeah,
you know.
yep,
Um, but their Greek receptive language, like reception of the language, is incredible.
wow,
Incredible. They respond to me. They do as I say, you know what I mean? And
yep,
even when my oldest was younger, my wife would have to be like, "Can you say this to him in Greek because he doesn't understand me?" You know what I mean? Because I'm a stay-at-home mom during the day.
wow,
So I would be
yep,
primarily the one speaking to them. And so uh what was I saying? Oh, but and they'll say a bunch of stuff to me in Greek, but a lot of it, everyone around them speaks English other than
right, right, right,
like three people,
yeah,
which is another reason I'm really excited to go to Greece because,
they'll be yeah, yep,
because they understand it. like incredibly. So it's like it's
That's
not
so
like they're gonna go there and be like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they're gonna see like cousins and aunts and stuff like that, you know.
yeah.
So, um, but
But
that's
how old are they now? Like,
yeah, but the youngest thinks he's a fucking 55-year-old Greek man smoking a cigarette, drinking a frappe. He's got such goblin attitude sometimes. You know what I mean? I call him Tony Soprano. He fucking breathes like him too. He's always like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you
there's
breathing
something about
like
the
that?
second born child that's just like
I
standard.
guess I'm a second born, maybe.
Yeah.
My mom says you deserve this. She goes, it's karma. And I go, what does that mean? Because well, you were a wild ass baby. And I go, okay. Right? Still a wild ass adult sometimes, but um, but he's just on one, the
Yeah.
youngest. And it's funny because I keep being like, man, that's big Rocky energy. That's big Rocky energy, which is my oldest name. And because he was a lot as a kid, as a baby.
Mhm.
He's definitely like calmed down a little bit more, but not in the sense like they're both still insanely fucking active, which I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, and you bet your ass I'm putting those motherfuckers in sports.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know, like my
yeah.
oldest plays soccer. I mean, plays soccer.
Yeah, of course. It's just running at
Um,
that age.
yeah, and my youngest is really interested in it because he comes and he likes to kick the
Hmm.
ball and stuff too. So I'm like, please, 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 please.
Yeah.
But so it's just, especially as a queer person, it's a dramatic lifestyle change.
Yeah.
You know, and coming from people like we were talking about earlier, I spent a lot of my time in gay clubs,
Hmm.
you know, but like you're not gonna do that,
Yeah.
really.
Right.
You're
Right.
not, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
and you have to be okay with that, you
Yeah.
know, like I, you know, like we're just not out. We're
Right.
just we're home, we're hanging out, we hang out with other kids, you know,
You're
like
throwing on some Bluey.
Bluey, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Not even. My oldest only wants to watch things about trucks, garbage,
Oh, God.
um, or Legos. That's all he gives a shit about
Okay.
right now is trucks, garbage, and Legos.
My nephew, who's put on a compilation of school buses just driving around a neighborhood, he'll
That's
eat
what
that.
I'm
He'll
talking
eat it
about.
up. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. And he'll be like, "We see any side loaders today?" I'm like, I shouldn't know what a fucking side loader is. Like
It's funny because when
I'm busy.
are they get into those like those like hyper
Yeah,
they
and I'm
know
like,
every
is this
animal.
a
They know every
tip?
car.
Like,
They
what
know
is this? Like,
no, I've called the wrong truck the wrong thing so many times. Like, oh yeah,
oh,
that's a dump truck.
he's like, no, that's a
Oh,
skid steer.
yeah. Like actually,
Why do I know what a skid steer is? He'd be like, no, that's a tunnel boring machine.
actually, it's a front loading crane reversing
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah, yeah, truly, like bullshit like that. I'm like, what the
I
fuck?
don't know how you didn't know that, mommy.
I was like, I was just like in a bathroom at a gay bar making out. You know what I mean? Like, and now I'm over here like,
Wrangling.
yeah, I'm like, sure, we can listen to this song about RVs like a million times, but I'm not gonna lie, some of the songs are bangers.
Yeah.
And I find myself like because he listens to this one album, it's called like Truck Tunes or whatever. He's like two dads made it.
Yeah.
It's like 52 songs about trucks.
Oh,
Every single thing is different. There's an ice cream truck, a de-icer, a crawling transporter, car transporter, skid steers. Uh, um, they're not called steamrollers anymore because it's
Uh,
a misnomer. Is that the word?
oh
They're
yeah.
not. They don't use steam anymore. So now they're called like rolling compactors or some bullshit like that. Um, Police vehicles, ambulances, fire trucks, garbage trucks, mail truck, like all this bullshit. And sometimes I'm like driving and I'm like, wait, they're not even in the car. Why am I still listening? Like, why am I still listening to this? Because it just automatically loads. And I'm just like, It's a ton of boring machine.
I think that is going to be it for time, but
Sounds good.
where where can people find you online if they want to follow you or attend any of your events you have going on and buy some tickets to this cruise or class?
So the best place you can find me for that stuff is on social, like we're only on Instagram right now, the Canna Crew 518, or the cannacrew.com. You can find us online. We have a list of, I'm going to Greece, so events are on pause in August. So, but we'll be hitting it back in September or October, whatever. We're planning a Halloween event
Ooh.
as we speak. Halloween event. Yeah, you like that shit? Yeah, you like that shit, yeah. But you can find me there, or you can find me on my personal page, Kiki Vassilakis. If you can spell that, I wish you the best. You'll find it in the show notes. KIKIVASSILAKIS.
That sounds
Yes,
like the
you.
coolest school cheer, though.
Yeah, right. But try learning to spell that when you're a little kid, And my real name's Kiriaki, so it's like try learning to spell that shit. I'd be making shit up. I'd be adding letters, taking letters out. My mom's like, "That's not how you spell your fucking name." I was like, "You sure there's no Y? You sure there's no Y in there? I'll fucking put a Y in there. You fucking sure about that?
It's my name. I'll spell it out.
My
Damn well,
fucking name,
please.
Mom. Get off me. Get off me." And this is why she says I deserve it. This is why she says I deserve it. But that's where you can find me. Thecannacrew.com, thecannacruise.com. Also, we have our own website for that. And kikivassilakis.com.
Thank you so much for joining the pod today.
For
We're
having
about
me.
to
Thank
talk
you.
some tea after because
Yeah.
there's a
Yes.
little bit to discuss. Everyone, thank you for listening. You can follow at Wave Your Flag Pod on Instagram. I don't really post on Facebook, but you can find us there too if you want,
The
I guess.
post gets sent
But
over. The post gets sent over.
how much data do you want to give Zuck?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
anyways, see you soon, everybody. We'll let you know when the next episode is. I'm gonna be out of town later this month, so there might
Ooh.
not be an episode at during the second half of July, but we'll see. We'll see. That's why you gotta follow. Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm gonna drink my juice box and we'll get started. This is what being a mom is really about. Stealing the fucking juice boxes and the Capri Suns.
Yeah.
Selena texted, I don't mean to like go off on a tangent. Selena texted me the other day. I don't know, Brendan, if you know Selena. But Selena, this is how Meg and I met. Selena texted me the other day and was just like, I need to know, are Capri Suns like still as good as when we were younger? I don't want to be like, you know how they are.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like whatever. And I literally sent them a photo. I was like, I'm drinking one right now.
And they come in so many variations now, please.
Yeah.
Like my work as a nanny, it's like there's the sugar-free, totally
Yeah.
clear. Like there's like
Yeah, but you know
10 million
what? I want fucking OG, literally
Exactly.
in my office trash.
It cannot be the coolers. It cannot be
It's
the
gotta be
cooler ones.
Pacific Cooler.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
No, it can't be like the green one.
No, it's gotta be in
Like-
my mind Pacific Cooler.
No,
Cherry?
I
Gives
mean
me-
it can't be the Roaring Waters.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Trash.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I worked for a family.
Immediately,
They were like
Garbaggio.
family.
Welcome, Garbaggio.
All right. I'm gonna do the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. We're doing something. I forgot. We're not just existing. Okay. Cool.